Hey guys, this is Tigress coming back to you with episode 16 of Minecraft New Adventures. Sorry that sounded a bit different. I basically got the same setup complete for stream. And the one thing I was missing was my headset, and turns out I just had it laid down compared to where it normally is. And I've mentioned this, basically guys, if you still want essentially a good headset, like if you can still essentially afford to get, say, a good headset that essentially say a good headset because you still want to be able to say speak to your friends, but like you still want to do like streaming and all that lot. Get a good headset, and like because you don't need to wear it, because what Unspeakable basically went through was the video. I can't remember what video it was, but it was one of his recent videos. Basically, she went, get yourself a headset. They use that as a microphone, and quite frankly, it is a pretty decent thing. So today we are going to go exploring that way and not get lost. But I am also going to quickly and basically just go, not gonna need, not gonna need, not gonna need, not gonna need, not gonna need. Guys, I promise you now, when we do get like a proper like setup, I will, by proper setup I mean like base fully done and everything. I'm also don't think I'm gonna need a stone hoe with me. I'm gonna get the fishing rod on me just in case. Now guys, these are the two new dogs we got last episode, and before we go... Damn it. I potentially might end up popping back to where I did, because I can roughly remember where it was, but I probably could have used Rotten Flesh, but I don't have none on me, and I don't know if I've got any. But before we do pop out, while I do have a few melons left and potential chance to run into another jungle would be great, I'm just going to pop and grab some where I can. So yeah guys, we're just going to go on a nice adventure, and depending on how far we get, or until I basically get bored, we will then come back and potentially start finishing the house. Also guys, yesterday we did finish Marshmallows Part 4, and turns out that is shorter than I thought it was. Like, I did technically say something wrong in stream yesterday, because it's like, guys, it's taking me less parts to stream this than it did the DLCs for Spider-Man. Because I was like, I'm counting like never all into essentially a case of 6 parts. There's the 3 DLCs, but they're all interconnected, which it's like, think about it, like I might have said in stream after, it's like, hold on, wait a minute. Those 6 parts will stream for like an hour each. And even then, I could have got away with just doing 1 part for a couple of hours. It was towards that way, wasn't it? Okay, so we're gonna go towards more this way. Take a screenshot now, just in case. But yeah, guys, so I was like saying this, like, yeah, this is like taking me less than, it's like, hold on, wait a minute. It might have taken me the less days to get through than the DLCs did for Spider-Man overall. But time-wise, nope. DLCs were quicker. And the reason I say that is just quite simply, I chose to do the DLCs all in 2 parts. A choice that's probably not the smartest, but at the same point, I was thinking, I don't see the complete problem doing it in a couple parts. And quite frankly, I think it's a potentially smart choice because people are going to, like, whoever watches part 1, because my logic is, if you watch part 1 of a video, or a stream, you watch the first part of something, you're going to want to see the second part. Like, which is why when I was looking through, like, the first few, like, streams of the Telltale series of Batman, I was like, okay, so these views on these episodes could be better for, like, season 1 and, like, season 2, and it's like, holy shit, there's some part, like, those later parts, it's like, which it did decently well. Like, better than the first few parts did, and it's like, why? Like, what's, I say psychopath, what maniac is essentially going, yeah, I'm only going to watch this random part. Guarantee, I can probably guess, it's probably a case of, it's randomly come up, someone's clicked on it, watched part of it, or watched it all the way through, and it's just like, yeah, I'm fine with this. Because I'd say it would depend on the stream, like, for the Telltale series, it wouldn't be as that bad, essentially. Now, I did bring a... Is that an attempt on an abandoned mineshaft? Yeah, tough luck, skeleton. I am gonna kill some zombies because using rotten flesh to essentially get the same outcome as if I was to, you know, use non-rotten flesh. Plus it means I'm not gonna, like, I'm still gonna be able to, you know, take care of zombies and mobs. Zombies are usually known for dropping, like, rotten flesh, like, no tomorrow. Like, I've made zombie XP farms and being like, why am I getting so much rotten flesh? Whoops a daisy. If I don't see it, I don't have to repair it. Zombie villager! So change your plans. You know what, we'll head... Actually, you know what, no, we'll head this way. But yeah, guys, in all honesty, I do have a really cool plan for the village. It's just a case of, like, resources at the minute. Like, I don't exactly have them. Like, I essentially plan to bring all the houses down, make them all look still nice, and like actually make a proper core village and sort of have not necessarily have my house in the center of it, but still have it so somewhat close. But yep, so we are literally just going exploring. Mainly because I personally feel like all I've done the last few episodes is just build. So I want to go and see what's out there. Also guys, after we do get past the 100-day mark, basically, before, not necessarily before every stream, because there'll be some streams where it's a case of, like, I stream a new episode and it'll be like, guys, yeah, nothing's new, different, like, because, like, for quests, it became a point of, like, there was stuff I wanted to build it there and then, which I didn't always have time to, like, record and all that lot. So, for instance, the airport, I wasn't 100% sure how I was going to build those planes, and I didn't want to spend hours in a video doing it when... Ooh! When I could, essentially watch a video and, like, figure it all out there and then, because it's a lot more complicated to watch a video and then be recording yourself. Ooh, I might be able to get the gold block. Thanks in here. Yes. Okay, I did not know how popular lodestones were. Okay, so I'm gonna remember where this place is. Because there's some lava, which I will essentially have to just use to make a portal. Damn it. I didn't properly go and explore the snowway, so you know what? I'll head that way. But yeah, guys, I think next episode I probably will just focus on trying to get another portal. Which, now that I know there's some lava and some obsidian not that far, because the easy way to essentially make a nether portal is use a bucket and use lava. Now, the only problem with doing that is it's kind of slow and you need a lava source. But the other way of doing it involves using obsidian, which, unless you have an efficiency 5 diamond pickaxe, it's gonna take a few minutes. Like, I think with an iron pickaxe you potentially can, but you'll be there for like 20 minutes. But like with like an efficiency diamond pickaxe, that takes you what, 2-3 minutes? Not even that. Actually, I think it takes you like a minute. And even then, I've had like really good efficiency pickaxes before now, and it'd just be like a second. Why am I replanting? Because quite frankly, it'll be useful in the future. I know at some point in the future I'll be back down this point and be like, oh, there's stuff there. Replant them, grow them, vice versa. Like, the only reason I've not essentially been eating things like potatoes and carrots that I've got back in like chest is because I always go down the route of whatever I get that needs to be planted and regrown, like carrots, potatoes and that lot, I always essentially wait until I have regrown a few, or at least got my farm set up before I start eating them, because it's a lot easier to regrow them than it is to need to go and get more. Because depending on how far you are from the village you got them, or whether you got them from a zombie or something, like if you got them from a zombie then it's even more of a whoop. But if you got turtles, I know I can get pet turtles from now. But if you got them from like a village, it's known where the village is, but zombies, have fun with that one. I have gotten them from zombies before now, like I think on the old world, I think that's might have been where I first got them. Because guys, that world started off as a case of 4 people trying to work together and, you know, and all that lot. Then it quickly became a case of, well, I need this resource and you have this resource. Then it basically just became a case of 2 of us working together compared to 2 people causing carnage. And then it became a case of one out of the 4 people then essentially stopped speaking to the rest of us and started speaking to other people and other stuff behind the scenes. But guys, I've never streamed with that person. Like, when I say the only people who I've ever like streamed with, and this isn't even on YouTube, this is on Twitch, is a literal case of 4 guys. Because there was Blue Ninja, there was Lord Ridian, and then there was a dude called Bot Scott. 2 of them are Scottish and the other one's English. Not that it should make a difference. But yeah, guys, basically on Twitch, I'm not so fussed about who I'm streaming on Twitch, I can tell you now that I'm probably speaking to about 3 other people. And all cases, like, YouTube, I try to stay family friendly. Twitch, yeah, that gets chugged out the window fast. Because I try to be careful what I'm saying. But at the same point, I can control what I say, I can't control what other people say. And why should I essentially turn around and tell mates, for the most part, you can't say this because I'm a family-friendly channel. I choose to be family-friendly for a couple reasons. Which isn't completely as easy as it used to be for you, like, on YouTube. Like, it used to be like the easiest thing in the world to be essentially family friendly, but back in 2019, 2020, when they essentially introduced I think it was the kids YouTube out thing. Don't know whether I've talked about it on stream, I don't think I have. I've talked about it a few times with people, but they brought that out and then it was a case of, is your content made for kids? Well, no. Do you swear and all that lot? Do you like use bad language and play like violent associated games? Well, no. Well, then your content's made for kids? No. Like, you have no idea what essentially limiting your content made for kids is. Like, I checked the essentially kids version out for YouTube back when it came out, just because, like, okay, because they're essentially under 13s. All that stuff that I saw in there was for 5 and under. Like, I wouldn't say any teenagers would be watching it. Like, I don't disagree with the premises of essentially having another version of YouTube for kids. It's a smart choice. But I do disagree with the fact of them going 13 and younger should not be watching certain stuff. Or I'm sorry, but what difference is it gonna make whether a 13-year-old sees a group of people playing, say, Overwatch compared to if they say, if for instance, if they saw something to do with, say, like Peppa Pig or something? Like, what difference does it make? Like, as a teenager, I can tell you now, I was wanting to play things like Call of Duty, GTA, like literally to get around the case of what buying those games and still wanted to play them. I would get my folks to. I'd go, here's the cash, there's the game, can you go pay for it because they won't serve me. Why? Because it's an 18 plus game? Oh, okay. Ah, Spider Jockey. First time I've seen one in a while. But like now, like as like a teenager and like as a teenager, there was stuff that's like, yeah, I want to really be playing all this, this, and this. And, like now, it's like, what Pokemon game do I fancy playing today? I don't know. Call me intrigued. That's not what I wanted to do. Fine, I might as well just sleep tonight. I didn't want to because, quite frankly, I wanted a simple way to get back to my base. But at the same point, I know the rough location and now, is there anything in particular I'm out here looking for? Kind of. Basically, guys, anytime I play a new world since they added the dogs update, I essentially do go on to see if I can see, like, the dogs. And I know a particular variant of one of them basically only spawns on top of snowy mountains. Which means I need to find a way to get up there. Now, I could probably do the simplest method in the world and essentially water up there, but I'd rather not. But yeah, guys, getting back to the conversation. As like a teenager, 100%, like Overwatch, GTA, the violenter the more better, like it was. But like now, it's like, do I want to play through Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire? Or am I in the mood to play through X or Y or Sword and Shield or Scarlet? And do I want to go in Shiny Hunt and Scarlet and Violet? Well, technically Violet. But like as a teenager, it was more of a case of violence. So yeah, basically the point is, if I wanted to play a violent video game as a kid, I would. An age rating wasn't gonna stop me. But that's only because of a case of like my folks were just a case of like, yeah, sure. do if you can come with me, because I'm pretty sure I don't need to now, but because I don't think you're a complete white. No, basically it's a complete like white one that only spawns on very snowy mountains. Oh, that's a pig. But yeah, guys, I can tell you one of the first things I probably will do, because it's going to be a bit tedious to do on streams, is essentially find the dog variants. Now, hello. Do you want to be my friend? You do. Now, see, I used to be a stickler to a case of one color per dog. Kind of. Then in a newer world that I did, I tried to stick to that, but same point. I'd rather have 2 of each dog just in case I want to get, say a puppy of that species, because it's a lot easier to breed. For instance, if I was to breed those 2, I'd get the same color, compared to if I was to breed, say, one of those 2, like for instance, the 2 back at my base that I was trying to get the second one allowed for. But yeah, there's 9 variants and 18 colors, so technically possible. Also, guys, even if we do find the right place, there's no guarantee that a dog will be there, which is the reason why. Which is reason why, for the most part, I will do essentially most of it off stream when we get past day 100. Just here's Nicky Gold. Sit. So yeah, so for most of it, I will essentially go and search off stream. But what I will do is, if I ever at some point, I might see what the coordinates are, and I will essentially note down where they are and how far out to go. But basically, my method to do it is in the funnest. But basically, I go so many item blocks in each direction, find the location that they do need, and then go from there. I'm not going to enjoy getting back to the base. I don't mind adventuring, but I prefer having elytras. Because I have no idea how easy elytras make getting around are. Okay, so from looking at it, so just double check, which way I'm essentially walking into dirt. The update from the Happy Gas isn't that far around the corner. Now, I'm presuming it'll probably be end of June, not beginning of June. Because if it's within like the first couple weeks of June, then I probably won't be on day like 100. Although I can probably say now, day 100 for like this like stream probably will be slightly longer, potentially anyway. The thing that I'm tempted to do is say sort of go at that point and just go into a couple of days after 100. The days played will probably just stay like on there, but it'll be a case of guys, this is how many days we've done. This is what's been missed in those days, and this is how long from like last stream to how long it is this one. I'm hoping at most it's like 5-6, like it's like essentially five, like no more than like so many days. All in all, honestly, guys, see if we get to say day like 7, 9, I'm potentially tempted. Like when it gets to say day 7, like 78, I probably will turn around. Because I've been exploring for a decent bit of time. Plus, I can't even remember like 100% what the biomes are because, like last time I did it. Oh, okay, nope, stay away. Basically, guys, anytime I see a baby polar bear, I instantly see it as a case of nope, stay away. I will get mauled to death. And that's probably its mother. I get why, guys, it's essentially it's like essentially a mother protecting a child. But part of me does kind of wish the fact of that, for instance, if you had, say, fish out, they wouldn't attack you, or like you were safe as long as you weren't so close to them. But if they see you and they've got a baby polar bear, it's like, nope, we're eating you for lunch. You know, nope, I'm heading back. Great, I've got 20 seconds of it. Basically, guys, the reasons, like, anything what they're called, but essentially Arctic versions of skeletons are so deadly are because of the fact that if you're there at night, you'll get spammed a load. And, look, because they can spawn on ice too, so if you think ice is going to save you, it's not. Like, I've only just got back my speed now, like, it starts to pile up. I think they're called strafes. Guys, I've been playing this game since 2014, I think. Like, I went to high school in 2014, and I think since then I've been playing. I think it might have been before that. Like, I think Minecraft came out in like 2011. Like, yeah, I got 21. Basically, why you can sprint, they're not so bad because they try to hit you, but they, for the most part, they'll fail. It's when you stop. For the most part, it's essentially just going back in this lane. Like, normal skeletons aren't too bad. Also, anyone wondering why like I would never do hardcore? I doubt you'd be wondering it, considering the fact of I've used death as a way to essentially cheat hunger so much. But taking that into consideration, I have done like tried hardcore a couple times, but that was when it was only available on PC because I did have a laptop at one point and I was able to essentially play Minecraft on it, and like I've had computers and all that lot. Like, I do technically still have a computer. It's not the best, and I don't know whether it. Like, I was gonna say I don't know if it still works. I don't mean I deliberately broke it, but several years ago now, like my windows and doors got replaced, and the people doing it were very much a case of I wanted to say so much to them. Just because of the case of they did a terrible job. Like, I walked into my room after, I was like, I'll cover my PC because I know for a fact of dust and everywhere and it's going to be expected. What I didn't expect was to walk into a desert. Not an exaggeration. I could see dust everywhere. They hadn't cleaned up after themselves either. And like really annoyingly, like they don't know why, but they were like the person's like, oh, you like, because like guys, I like Transformers and I do still have a few Transformer figures. It's like, so I see someone like Transformers. It's like, dude, you don't have to be searching through my stuff. Like, I feel like a cave is probably safer. Damn it. Like, I can't wait for it to become day. Like, that is probably my only rule, that is I can't change it today. Not via commands. Only command I'm saying I can use at any point is weather. If both those dogs survive, I'm calling one of them Savior and the other Brave. Because I'm not 100% sure whether I'm going to make it back. If I was to get shot off now, I'd be so fucked. So screwed. I'm in a safe spot. I'm gonna let my hunger go up just a tiny little bit. Never mind. But yeah, if I manage to get back to my base, one of them is getting called Savior. I think Xavier and Brave kind of suits them. Or, a lot meaner, Dumb and Stupid, because they're willingly picking fights. But yeah, guys, like, I had, like, windows, doors done, like, several years ago, and, like, I did not like the people doing it. Oh, thank God it's become a day. Because, like, they'll comment on, like, the one was, like, as I mentioned, comment on stuff in my room, and it's like, first of all, you don't need to be locked in. You're here to do your job, not here to comment on what I've got in my room. Like, guys, I keep my door shut for one simple reason. And the simple reason is, what I got in there is my personal business in private. I do not want every dick and Nori that comes, like, either comes here because of building work, or mates or anything, essentially going through it. And by mates, I mean, like, mates and my mother's are not a lot. Like, people who come to the house, they don't need to be searching. Door stays shut, you don't need to look. Oh, I can smell it. I can smell freedom. Annoyingly, I am almost out of food, so I should probably be a bit more careful. Good dogs. Savior and Brave. Like, I don't want to call them twins. I did take them right one after another. But at the same point, okay, that way. Again, I've got lost. When I eventually get a compass and, like, lodestone property seller, it'd be so much more simpler. But yeah, guys, Savior and Brave are the two new dogs. Like, two new dogs that have got names. The rest will be named at some point. And I just need to remember that. As long as I remember when I get back to the house, what I probably will do is just get a couple signs, write them down. Because, like, the reason I don't want to do it for the rest of them, and, like, well, a lot for, like, just before I, like, when I get name tags. Because, guys, typically what I will do is essentially like, I like having all my creatures that I've got names named. It makes it so much easier. So I typically do use name tags, which I don't always have access to, but I find a way to have access to them. If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure this is, like, the way back. I'm pretty sure these rocks are very similar to the ones from, I want to say yesterday's stream, but it's like, no, I didn't stream this yesterday, Mondays. No, Tuesdays. It just feels like so familiar because of a tiny, like, guys, I discussed it in the Miles stream, the finale for Miles yesterday. It's like, guys, if I didn't get back when I did for Friday, because I got back early Friday, which meant I was able to stream episode 14 on Friday. So I was like, I'm back early, I kind of want to. because then it means I have the weekend to stream Miles, because part of the plan was going to be, I do say a 3-hour stream of a... Yeah, if I'd done that, I can guarantee you now, there would have literally only been one more part, because I can tell you now, I would have streamed for say an hour and a half, potentially longer, and it would have got to the point where it's like, hold on, this is near the end. At this point, I may as well just finish it. But then it was at a point of, no, I'll still stream it, but, you know, I will just stream for the normal length. Also, the reason why I try and keep them to around an hour and a half, I feel it's not too long of a stream that if people want to rewatch it, they can, but I feel like it's not too short, and it does get me a good way through the game, so it's a nice little even balance. I can tell you now, when I do get back to the base, one thing I probably will do is, if you've ever seen those cases where people have been, like, essentially, I think most of them are essentially, like, camping related, but they'll go out, they'll be like, I can do it. Okay, where's your friend? It's like, where is your friend? I've also got to kind of be careful what jumps I do take. I let a couple just to get a bit more hunger up. But yeah, guys, if I didn't get back when I did Friday, because I meet up with like friends and mates house and said to do games nights, and if I didn't get back when I did, I wouldn't have had time to do New Avengers, which then meant it would have come out Saturday, which then means part 2 would have then come out Sunday. And if I then didn't make the same mistake that I did essentially doing... No, part 1 then would have come out Sunday. Part 2 then, if I didn't make the same mistake, then would have come out Tuesday. Because, guys, basically what happened, I'll explain in a second after I finish saying what I'm saying. Part 2 then would have come out Tuesday. Part 3 then would have been Wednesday. And I either would have made one or two choices. B, gone, I think I can finish it tonight, I'll stream it tonight and then do this Saturday. Or B, then would have been Saturday. I want to get some height, just to see like where I am, because I think I'm near. If I'm seeing that correctly, I think I potentially might be back. Don't quote me on it. Okay, yeah, I robbed him from here, so I think it might just be a quick case of, like, a literal case of straight that way. But again, don't quote me on it. I want to keep a couple just in case I'm wrong and I do have to go further. No, I'm right. The reason I know I'm right is because I made an explosion a while ago now, and I'm pretty sure that was the hole. kind of a landmark at the minute until the grass does grow. Yes, but I can see the trees. I can also see the bamboo, which means it safe to fully eat. Dogs, you're not going to want these. They're carrots. But yeah, guys. So if I had made those mistakes, part 4 still wouldn't be out. Or, I say mistakes. Things hadn't lined up, part 4 still wouldn't be out. What I was going to say is those, do you know those Central Campinite strips, and a lot of people have been out for a while and all they want to do is come back and essentially just kiss the ground? And like, this is just me right now. Oh, bed, I'm so happy to be back. Ah, fire. I don't care if I burn, you lot can. Although the dog pack is growing, a lot of them do only have like red colours, because I only have red colours. But I'm gonna literally go, don't need. Don't know where I got so many flint steels from. But for the last couple of days of this stream, I'm basically just going to see what needs to be done in the house. That's me officially out of food. Ah, so it is literally just a case of building walls up. I can do that. Let's say, well, time to go down another set of stairs. Like, hold on, no, it's only a 2-story. Technically 3. And potentially 4. I'm undecided whether I'm still going to do a basement or not. Like, I want to, I do. But part of me is like, do I really, really want to? But yeah, guys, I'm so happy to be back at the base. Like, I slept, what, twice through all that, and time is still on my side? Questioning. Actually, no, it's not. Let's say time's still on my side. Say, hold on, no, wait, no, we've only just got into day 79. And if each day is 13 minutes, this is not going to finish for another 10 more minutes. At the least. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hold on, no. How am I doing the roof? Like, I probably won't get the roof done at this, but it's like, how am I doing the roof? Am I doing a flat roof? Am I doing a attic? Part of me does want to do an attic, which would technically mean building this up one more, which I'm not against. So, do I just build this up one more then for, yeah. So, 1, 2, 3. Now, what I am gonna do, because I'm undecided whether I do want to put, like, a load of windows up in the attic. But I say, gravel does work. Is I'm basically just gonna use dirt. and just go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Also, guys, I don't know whether it's a case of a full day is like essentially 13 minutes, or whether it's a case of sleeping through the day is then 13 minutes. So 2 on each side. I did not invite you, Skeleton. This is not a house for you, it's a house for me. I don't know why my voice... There will be pressure plates there at some point, because while I like doing one on the outside, and it is handy having them on both, I'd rather mobs not be able to go, whoop-a-daisy, in we go, la 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 la. Yes, that lines up. 2, 2, and that I'm gonna have fun working out. 1, 2. I can essentially just get the front looking right, like I will be happy. Hold on. I refuse to be the whole front. I make essential gaps where the beams are and where the windows also will be. So like I know for a fact it's not, and there is, because I just copied the back pattern for that in that case. So yeah, so it's just these. So yeah, where those are, there needs to be, and then there needs to be the 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The reason I'm doing dirt is just for now. I'm not 100% sure whether I do want to do like windows, or whether I do quite simply just want to have, say, something else there. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now it's just a case of like sorting the sides, because for the most part this house is going to be symmetrical. Okay, so there is literally just the 2 windows on the side then, which I've done, which I'm slightly more questioning the fact that I didn't put more, but at the same point I know why. Guys, don't worry, before the end of like, in like 30 seconds after I get like the wood to finish. But yeah, guys, basically design wise, it comes all the way from down here where there's essentially giant open areas, enough room to put storage boxes. Because instead of doing, say, 2 windows there where I would literally only have bum bum, bum bum, because I still want to be able to see out the windows, I have 2 smaller ones on the side. But yeah, I just need a bit more birch. And trust me, when I build it, like, I can't wait to build a dog house for them because it's going to get them some space. I also can't wait to rebuild the machine that I built in Quest. Because, guys, basically, I can't remember when in Quest. I can't remember if I did it in video, whether it's just a case of, like, I think I did it outside video because it took me, like, 30 seconds. But basically, what I did was, I took every dog's name, put them with each colour wool, put that into a dropper, or a dispenser. In this case, it doesn't really matter which one. A dropper just drops it, so I think a dropper potentially is better, but a dispenser would then shoot it. So, if you've got a dispenser, use it. If not, make a dropper. I think droppers potentially are also cheaper. So, but again, not 100% sure. And then I basically just had all the names, but because I had more than 9 dogs, there was then a chest. But because I then also had more than that, I then had to chuck a hopper on top. It wasn't much more than that. Like, I basically had enough with essentially a dropper, a hopper, and a chest. But that's just because I typically have this problem with a case of, oh look, there's a cute dog. It's unowned, must tame. Like literally, I just needed one more of those like snowy dogs, just so I'd have 2 of each. I saw one that's like, I need. I'm also going to go grab some berries because I'm currently on 3 hunger bars, and while burning would be quicker, I'd rather not if I have food sources. It should be enough to essentially get me back up to at least enough to get back up to full health, or at least half health. Oh yeah, I'll have enough to get back to full. $20 of each. Wow. I can't trust the creeper to stay down there, and besides, I have to come past it at some point. I don't believe that thing went downstairs. Every time. My house! I was gonna say, 100% possible jump. Okay, cats are now officially spawning on my house. Which I don't hate. Never mind, it's just my cat. It's like, why is there a cat in my house? Turns out, just mine. Basically, guys, I don't mind having essentially open plans upstairs where nothing can get in for the most part, but it will potentially be done with glass. I just want to go and be like, do I like it? Do I want to keep it? Okay, never mind. I'll sleep. See, guys, I hate doing this because I try and keep stuff done within, like, the first, actual, like, part, but it's like, fine, I will go into day 80. But yeah, now I need to actually go and chop down some bamboo after I go make sure I've grabbed literally every piece of dirt. Which I'm only missing like 2 pieces. It was a full stack. I do have a tiny bit more on the roof to do. So at the end it's just a piece of dirt, but yeah guys, I will fix the house up next episode. But this is Tigerus, signing off. Bye.